Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, April 17th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people become successful and profitable currency traders, and we do that by teaching them how to trade with our simple but powerful and accurate proprietary trading indicators. So if you are looking to make a change in your life where you can earn more and work less, and but you haven't been able to quite find the right path to get you there, we think we have it. And the purpose of this session is to show you how well our indicators work and how we might be able to help you. I'm going to show you one of our dozen different trade strategies this morning. So with that, let's get going. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll be on our way.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of different tools. We've got a curriculum, a detailed curriculum that's been created over the course of 16 years, where we've isolated out what we specifically think you need to know to do this well, and focus just on giving you those pieces of the map that you need to get from point A to point B. We teach with videos. We teach with group training sessions. We teach with live trade sessions where an experienced trader like me comes online and kind of walks you through their process. So that by watching and listening, you can then copy and replicate. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at this time, Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every afternoon, I also send out an overnight trade. Both of overnight, last night's overnight trade, both trades won. Actually, they both won before 5 o'clock. Usually, I send them out right around 4:15. And I don't expect them to hit till the middle of the night, but both moved before 5 p.m., so they closed with last night's activity. When you become a member, we do live trades every morning at 10, every afternoon at 6. We have multiple training sessions. We believe coaching, constant coaching, is one of the keys to keeping people successful, consistent and successful. And then every day, in addition to the trade I send out, the company also sends out a trade in the morning, sometime between 8:30 and 12, when a good high probability trade presents itself. We text it to you. You confirm, copy, trade, copy and paste. It takes less than 2 minutes. We are, I don't know, at a 17% return this month. Very good trade, makes it real easy for you to trade. Now, I like to work off of a little checklist that kind of helps me stay focused. If you need to speak with me, the best way to do that, you can try calling, but the best way to speak with me is just go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule and schedule some time. I also have weekly office hours every Wednesday at noon for 30 minutes, where you can just jump on a Zoom call and ask me what you need to ask me. I like to refresh the green chart every morning. It keeps it, clears out the memory, has it operate a little faster, and picks up any updates they might have done. One of the keys to enhancing your consistency is to actually go back and take a look and study the trades you've taken, specifically the ones that didn't go the way you thought they should have went. With our indicators, there's a simulator on it that lets you go back in time to a specific point and look at what the chart was telling you and see what you can determine from there in terms of why you might have thought it was a good trade and it didn't happen as you thought. We didn't take a trade Tuesday, and as I said, both of last night's trades were profitable. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting the direction the market's going to move. And if we can predict that direction, we can make a little money. We can carve a little piece out of that. But news does impact currency prices, so we want to know what news events are coming up so that we can trade around them. Because if you're holding a position when a news event comes, that sometimes creates a little bit of a ricochet where it jumps because of the news announcement and you get stopped out. So I like to go to Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into three categories. Yellow, which is low impact. We ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I also ignore these. Some people pay attention. And red, which are high impact. These are guys we want to trade around. And usually I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of the time event. So this morning, there's some news on the euro, on the monetary policy and refinancing rate. And at 8:30, there's information on U.S. Unemployment claims. So we won't trade the euro and USD this morning. Also, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar. Tomorrow is Good Friday, and lots of places banks are closed. It's a day ahead in New Zealand and Australia, so their banks are already closed. All the European banks and Canadian banks are closed Friday, and you can see on Monday also. So I probably wouldn't trade tomorrow or Monday with all of these banks being closed. It just when the volume is lower because of bank closures, the indicators can a little move can result in kind of a higher than expected move. I'd rather trade when things are more stable. So this will probably there. In fact, today or tonight, I probably won't send out a overnight trade setup since most of Europe is off tomorrow, and we won't have a afternoon trade on Monday because it's a bank holiday in most of Europe. So let's see what we've got this morning. The trade I'm going to do is something called the 10-point trade. We've got a dozen different signals. And basically this trade, I'd like to take it off the 1-hour chart, although you can take it off of any time frame. On a 1-hour chart, trades are worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can carve that out within an hour or two and do it a couple times a day, I'm doing pretty well. So let's see what we've got. The chart I am going to trade off of is the light 6 major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. And on this first chart, they're all US based. There are 3 parts to the chart. The middle section, which is the majors and minors. The top section, which are the TNTs. And the bottom section, which is the pressure. I start in the middle section, which is the majors and minors. This red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray is our minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I am looking for situations where the lines are oversold. That is, they're below the red line and going up. And I want to ride that through the channel till it gets to overbought. And you can see you caught it down here. And we've got 2 green candles, which are worth about 10 pips. So I would have carved out my 10 pips in the 2 hours and then gone on to a new trade. So here we're overbought, but the lines aren't all coming down. So if I don't have what I want here, I can just go on to the next chart. Euro USD, overbought. Everybody's coming down. There are 4 things I'm looking for. So 1 is overbought, 2 that all the lines are coming down, 3 that I've got this double cross where the red line, when it's going down, the red line's crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. That's a 3rd thing. And the 4th thing is, what's the slope of the green line? And I want it better than 45 degrees, which it is. So I've got all 4 things I like here. I will consider a trade so long as the green line is less than halfway, which this line is the halfway mark. So I've got all 4 things. Then I jump up to the TNTs. Each of these are kind of measuring the rate of change at different speeds. So the 2 orange lines are coming down, telling me sell. Dotted blue is going up. When blue goes up, that means sell. So the blue lines are inversely related. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me sell. So they're supporting what I see here. I need at least 3 here. And then I jump down to the pressure. And I want these lines either going down or I want the red line on top. And here I've got the green line going down, but the red line's going up. So I don't quite have the pressure with me. This is very weak pressure. Pressure is determined by the slope of the lines and the closeness of the lines. So I don't have what I want here. So I'm going to pass, but I'm also going to pass because we've got 2 news items coming up, one on the euro and one on the USD within the next 2 hours. Pound USD overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line, better than 45 degrees. I don't mind that the miners have kind of run their way through the channel. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So all 4 here. But again, the pressure's not quite there. Pressure is a weak up pressure with green on top. I want these lines either going down or the red line on top. So I don't have what I want here. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought going up. Dollar Swiss franc oversold going down. Dollar yen just reaching oversold going down. Now, can you take a sell when you're oversold and make some money? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy, especially on the 1 hour chart. On the day chart, when I do the overnight trade, you'll see that we will take sells when we're oversold. But on the 1 hour chart, I pass on that. So I've cloned this chart, and we have I've made a new chart with non-USD pairs. Euro pound oversold. Australian dollar yen. We started overbought. Everybody's going down. double cross, terrific steepness on the green line. Green line is just crossed over the halfway mark. I will, if we could take this trade, I would consider it. The problem here is that it's already in a holiday in Australia. So I'm not going to trade with the holiday in Australia. And I want, when I'm trading on a 1 hour chart, I want one of these pairs to be actively trading. And now it's evening in both of these markets. So even though this is a good setup, 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines coming up, so all 4 here. And I've got down pressure, weak down pressure. So I've got everything I want here. Problem is the time of day trading off of a 1 hour chart in these markets. So we're going to pass. And the idea is each of these 3 different sections of the chart are each measuring something different. So when I get agreement across all 3, that's a good trade. Euro Canadian dollar, overbought, but I don't quite have the double cross here. All the lines are going down, but the red hasn't crossed over, so we'll pass. Australian New Zealand dollar oversold, going down. Pound yen, we're just reaching over, so we're too far beyond the halfway mark to kind of consider this. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up, so all 4 here. I've got sideways pressure. The green line's going down and the red line's on top, so I've got a point here. What I would normally do, what I would normally do, I guess we don't have it's still trading time in Great Britain. I would confirm this trade by looking at the 2 hour chart and the 4 hour chart. So this is a full chart on the pound yen with different time frames. 1 hour chart. So this is what we were just looking at. 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour day. I want the 2 hour and the 4 hour to be overbought. So we are overbought and it's actually going down. This by itself is a good trade signal. 4 hour didn't quite get to overbought and it's starting to turn up. I guess the miners are overbought. Majors didn't. I kind of care more about the majors. This is a little too gone for me. So assuming this was all right, this is a trade where you have to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, since I trade this a lot, I have support and resistance already set up. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see it kind of bounces along in here. These become my trading, the trading band within which I trade. I don't want to trade through one of those lines because, like, say here, I took a sell trade. It's bouncing. Now, there was some peek throughs, but I want to stay within here. So right now, we are getting pretty close to hitting this line. So, well, we get maybe, nope, it keeps coming down. If you look in the top left corner there, we only have 6 pips till we hit the line. For me, I don't want to, 6 pips isn't enough of a trade. Had we had maybe 11 pips, I'd consider it, but I don't want to trade through this line here. So, it came up, it broke through, bounced back, then broke through again, came up, didn't make it, came up, didn't make it, then it broke through. So I don't want to trade through these lines. So on the pound yen, there's not enough left in the move for us to make it worthwhile. Euro Australian dollar oversold, still going down. So again, I've cloned the chart. Canadian dollar yen oversold, going down. Euro New Zealand dollar oversold, going down. Pound New Zealand dollar oversold, going down. New Zealand dollar yen overbought. We don't have all the lines coming down. Gold dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. So I have all four elements here. Two orange lines going down. Thick. Two orange lines going up. Thick blue coming down. So three of the four. Down pressure, but the green line is crossed over. So I've got a point, 4 points, 3 points, 8 points. Let's check out our confirmation. So to check out our confirmation, I'm going to go to a full chart. Oversold here. But this is coming down. So this is still telling me that there's down in the movement. Why I like to have the 4 hour and the 2 hour oversold is that if this weakens on the 1 hour chart, I can still pick the trade up, because if we're oversold, it's eventually going to go up. It's just going to take longer for it to happen. And there's less of a chance, if we're oversold, there's less of a chance of me getting stopped out. But here, this is telling me there's more down in the move. So that makes it a little more difficult. And I don't know, for me, I only need 2 good trades a day. So if I take one bad trade, then I've got to put a lot more effort into getting back to break even to make the day okay. So if I don't have what I want, I'm going to pass. So now gold, just let's take a look at the full chart of gold. So quite an uptrend over the last 2 months. And if you look at the support and resistance, we're bumping off of this line. I looked at this a little earlier. That's why I've got it teed up here. We do have kind of we got good room here. And it's been going up because so it's 22. They don't measure gold in pips, so it's 22, whatever. I don't know what the rate is. Even if you went here, 14, and even if you went up to this guy, 2. There's money to be made here, but we don't quite have the signal. So I'm going to pass. So let's see what else we have. Euro Swiss franc oversold, going down. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar overbought. We don't have agreement. Swiss franc, yen overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. 2 orange lines going down. Dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4. We've got sideways pressure. Green lines coming down. Red lines going up. And we don't have, the red line hasn't quite crossed over yet. Let's just take a look at the full chart and see what we got. Swiss franc, yen. So, it's 1 o'clock in Switzerland, overbought. And it's just reaching overbought. let's take a look at the full chart. So I like to crunch it up a little bit so we get more data points. I'm going to drop in a line. Support and resistance line, there are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. I like this line a little better. It's a little bit in the art figuring this out. Seems to stop in here, stop in here. And let's open this back up a little bit so we can see it. Yeah, so see how it's stopping all across this line. So that is good. And then what do we have? Are we looking at a sell? Let's see. 27 pips down. 45 up. That's actually kind of a lot. Let me just add one more line in here, maybe. This might be a stopping spot too. And let's go back and look at, what was the signal? Sell. And what's the trend? We're kind of, this is an uptrend, but it's been sideways. I want to know what the trend is, because if I'm trading against the trend, I want to be more conservative in the number of pips I want to take. So it's moving while we're talking here. What do we got left? $14 pips down. Canadian dollar yen. Let's go ahead and we'll take a 10 pip sell on the Canadian dollar yen. 10 pip sell on the Canadian dollar yen. So you can take that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader, let's pull MetaTrader up. Canadian dollar yen. Do I have that open here? Canadian dollar yen. I don't. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. I'm going to go down to this third grouping here, Canadian dollar yen, right up here. I'm going to make it a 1 hour chart, so I'm looking at the same thing. Ooh, it's got a huge spread. Normally, you're going to pay like a point or two in the spread. Here, it's 2 pips. So I've got to make 2 pips before I make anything. Let me just take a look. Why is this different than what we're looking at here? Oh, all right, gang. It's Swiss franc yen, not Canadian dollar yen, because I'm looking at these candles and they don't match up to this. So Swiss franc yen. So do we have that? Swiss franc yen. All right, that makes a what? Well, this isn't trading here. This isn't moving. Not quite sure why. So I guess we will not take a trade on this. This is a demo account, but right now this isn't moving, and I don't know why. So we're going to hold on. We're not going to take that trade. Let us go back. Come on here. What am I looking for? All right, gang. I apologize. No trade this morning. For whatever reason, that wasn't showing up. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, the best way is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. If you want to learn a trade, whatever the trade, being an electrician or a plumber, they have apprenticeships where you go and you work with somebody who knows what they're doing, and they teach you what they know. We've been doing this for 16 years. I've been doing it for 6. We've got it mapped out. These indicators are kind of the best thing I've ever found. I've never traded a day before I started doing this. I was taught by these guys. I like it so much. I recommend it. One of the best things I've ever done. I wish I figured it out 40 years ago, but you got to start where you're at. And you don't need to take my word for it. We'll let you test it out yourself. We've got a trial program. We'll give you access to the indicators. We'll give you some one-on-one training. You'll get the daily trade alerts. You'll get the overnight trade setups, and you make your own determination if it's worth it. And we are so confident we can teach you to do this that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. Hey, have a terrific Easter. There'll be no overnight trade tonight, and there'll probably be no live trade on Monday because of the holiday. All right, have a good one, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.